This is Emo Phillips, who does a wonderful impersonation of a sloth. In fact, he makes a sloth look like Sebastian Coe.
I understand the Sebastian Coe, but what's a sloth?
A sloth. It's like a koala bear, only dead.
Well, thank you, Jasper. Certainly nice to be here. I didn't know what to wear. My mom said, Emo, why don't you wear your grandfather's nice dress slacks? So I grabbed a shovel. Lost a little muscle tone. Oh boy, this is really exciting. If someone would have come up to me 10 years ago and told me that tonight I would be here taping a special for the BBC, I just would have stared at him because I was on medication at the time. But it's nice to be here in New York City. I got caught in one of your famous traffic jams today. You know, the guy behind me's honking, beep, beep, beep. Can't you do something about those stinking fumes? I just kept walking, you know. That baloney. It's an exciting town. Walking down Fifth Avenue, and I found a wallet. And I was going to keep it rather than return it, but I thought if I lost $120, how would I feel? And I realized I would want to be taught a lesson. So I kept it. Oh, boy.
Never do laundry with skinny women either. This will really piss you off. It will, because they like to take their little Barbie underwear out of the dryer. Then they hold it up in front of your face and fold it like this. Then they put it in their pocket and take it home. I'm standing there going, well, just grab that end and walk toward me, okay? But at least I'll never be anorexic. I don't even understand anorexia. That don't make sense. They won't eat. There's no cure. Aww. Why don't they just give anorexics marijuana? I bet you in about 10 minutes she'll beat your behind for a sandwich or something. But I'm not advocating drugs. You have to be careful with drugs. They do strange things to you, which some of you know about. Others have read. You know who you are. I like to get drunk, though. Alcohol's a drug. I like getting drunk. All the way up until throwing up time. That's when I start saying real stupid things like, I shouldn't have had that last one. Like that's the one that did it. The first 17 I had don't count. How many women here like to make love in the morning? Come on, tell the truth. Okay, now how many like to be awake when it happens? Isn't that the best? It's so much better than somebody poking you in the butt at 6 a.m. Just stop it. They all make that same stupid noise. Stop it. Go back to sleep. Better yet, go pee. And brush your teeth. Why do men think all good-looking men are fags? Women don't think all good-looking women are dykes. They're bitches. Everybody knows that. You ever notice that the people that give you the strangest looks are usually the strangest looking people? They are, and they follow you around. They always look at you like it's your fault they're ugly. They do. They bother me because they find each other. Then they insist upon having these little ugly children. Keep this stuff going. And they have the nerve to be proud of those little ugly babies. They just shove them in your face like normal children. You ever tried to smile and look at an ugly baby at the same time? You can't do it. You just stand there, you go. He looks just like you. I like ugly men, though. I do. I noticed that a couple of you feel the same way. Oh, now. You know who you are. And when the lights come back on, everybody will know who you are. You have to like ugly men, though, because they won't leave you alone. They're the most persistent people on earth. They follow you around and ask you stupid questions like, well, what's the matter with me? Mister, I don't have time to tell you all the things that are the matter with you, but let's start with that checkered bell-bottom suit. And it'd be nice if you had some teeth. And that scratching don't help at all, okay? It's not nice to talk about ugly people either. But so what? They don't complain. Nobody ever comes up to me after a show and says, I'm ugly, I didn't like that. I wish they would so I could say, you're right, and I'm sorry. You learn stuff about yourself, though. Now that I'm older, I find that I'm beginning to appreciate things like the value of naps. Naps are wonderful. You know, I'm going, what was I fighting all of this time? I love naps now. Sometimes I have to take a nap just to get ready for bed. I also find that I've acquired a taste for things I never liked before, like younger men. But I'm only 32, so younger than me is about paperboy age. No, son, I want my paper delivered inside the house from now on, okay? Don't argue with me, I have cookies. Younger men are fun to date. They are, because as we all know, they might not be able to do it well, but they can do it often. And I can teach you the rest. Some people say older men have more endurance and can make love longer. I say, let's think about that for a minute. Who wants to make love to an old man for a long time? You know, it's like, come on, Pops, let's get this shit over with now. No, don't start that wheezing, let's go. Only thing wrong with dating younger men, though, is that you have to listen to their music. And this will make you stupid. It will, and it's bad for me because I think I'm hip. You know, I watch Solid Gold. But I hear this stuff and I have to ask myself, when did I become my mother? I sound just like her. Turn that shit off. Play something with some words. Get a job. Anyway. I watch a lot of TV because I don't have a job. Now, besides this one, and I'll be through in a minute. I have time to watch TV. I like to watch soap operas. I like the commercials they have on soap operas because they have commercials just for women, which are great, because they make no sense whatsoever. They don't. They're fun to watch, though, because I know you've seen this one. Hi, I'm Kathy Rigby, and I don't usually talk about feminine hygiene. You do every time I see you, bitch. I must have missed your speech on Libya, huh?
A lot of hot mamas here tonight. I'm quite handy with the ladies. I'm a great lover, I bet. What's your name?
Olga.
Olga. Never got this far before. Olga, you're a live one. But still, I think I'd manage. Yeah. You know, I saw my girlfriend the other night, which always puts a strain on the relationship. Well, she's very sexy, you know. The other night I said, when we first met, how much love did you have for me? She said 0. I said, and how much now? And you know what she said? 1 billion times that. Well, I don't know. I said, what do you want for your birthday? She said, I don't know, surprise me. Just give me something crazy and expensive I won't even need. You know, so I signed her up for radiation treatments. I think I'll lose the deposit, you know. The other night, she said, Emo, I'm seeing another man. I said, well, try rubbing your eyes or something. Well, the next night, I caught her in bed with this other guy. I was crushed. I said, get off me, you two. The other day, I was making coleslaw. Do you like coleslaw, Olga? You don't? Look hot, Mama. I'll make you coleslaw that will melt in your mouth, tickle your throat, soothe your stomach, tickle your throat, and melt in your mouth again.
During my spare time, I like to go see a lot of horror films, and one of my favorite horror films is called The Boogans. Has anyone here seen The Boogans? Just me again, okay. It's so bad, it's really funny. You really should go see it, but be warned when you go see it, it's not like the book at all. Interesting thing about The Boogans, though, it's a nice, refreshing change from most horror films, because the Boogans were monsters. And you see, most horror films are psycho killers. You know the old theme, the guy, when he was a kid, he goes to summer camp, and the kids give him the lousy bunk, so he has to come back 20 years later to kill everybody because they gave him the lousy bunk. Right? So, you know, it's a change from that. The Boogans were monsters, but they didn't spend a lot of money on the monsters. They look like Muppets on drugs, you know. But we're supposed to be afraid of them, and we'll buy that to watch the rest of the movie so you won't feel too bad about spending so much money. And you're watching it, and it has that part where you know something's gonna happen. The two women are left by themselves in the cabin, and one woman goes, I'm gonna go to town and get some more supplies. Are you sure you don't want to come with me, Susan? No, I'm just gonna stay here all by myself. What could possibly happen? Well, gee, I don't know. The movie's called The Boogans. We haven't seen one for 20 minutes. What could possibly happen? Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. First person to die. And the Boogan monster comes right through the floor, a solid oak wood floor, like it's a piece of paper. Like she's in the kitchen. She takes a pot off the stove, going, get away from me, you monster. Like, it comes through the floor, a little pot's gonna stop it now. Like, you know, what's the Boogans gonna do? Oh no, they got Teflon. So she dies, deservedly so. And the other woman comes back from town with the 2 bags of supplies. They say supplies right on it because we couldn't figure that one out. All of a sudden, it's a Sesame Street movie. And she opens up the door. She sees this trail of blood leading to a large hole in the floor. So she follows it. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Next person to die. I mean, by this time, you start rooting for the Boogans. So, give me a B, give me an O, give me another. Jeez, I mean, they deserve to die. They're morons because, in reality, if any one of us was in a house and this psycho or the monster had just cut off the heads of the 4 biggest people we knew in the entire world, and from the other side of the house, we heard a noise that sort of sounded like, I don't care how many of my friends are upstairs. Screw them. Out the window, down the road, into the next country, like the Roadrunner trees coming up behind me. I hear one violin. I'm out of there. I love the people in the films. They always act the same way. They know no fear. I was like, hey, gang, what was that noise? Come on, let's go check it out. Let's go die, let's go die, let's go die. Hey, the flashlights don't work. Let's go in the dark. Let's go die, let's go die. But first, let's split up. Yeah. Bill, Barbara, Sue, everybody take a separate path. Oh, yeah, and the guy in the wheelchair, you're going on that way all by yourself. You know, I hate the way they exploit the handicap. You know, there's always that one guy in the wheelchair, and he knows he's gonna die first. Man, he's like, I know I'm gonna die first. I don't see why I have to go meet this guy. He'll find me, just follow the tire tracks in the mud. He'll find me. Sure enough, there's some psycho with a chainsaw. As far as a horror film that did what it was supposed to do, which was scare me, I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre came pretty damn close. Keeps me out of Texas, that's for sure. Based on a true story, I'll work here, thank you. There's only one good thing about a chainsaw is you can hear it coming. You got about 100 yards to get yourself out of there, you know? I mean, with a gun, somebody can sneak up right to your head, you know, surprise, oh, no, I'm dead. You know, a chainsaw, until they start putting silencers on chainsaws, we got it shot. Another interesting thing about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was why none of the actors were nominated for their Academy Award acting. They go down the road, they run out of gas. I think we're out of gas, dear. Oh, 12 Oscars over here, please. 12 Oscars. Brilliant acting. We'll be seeing you in a lot of other movies. And the part where the wife suggests we should go look for some more gas, the best part. Why don't you try that old abandoned house over there? Yeah, the one with the blood on the door? Sure, I left my brains in the trunk. I'll go. The guy goes up to the door, knocks on the door. No one answers the door. So what do you do if somebody doesn't answer the door? You walk right into the house. Hey, I wonder what's in the basement. There's a psycho in the basement. Where's he gonna be, in the patio with lemonade? I mean, Rod, what do you want from us? Get your head cut off for a nickel, come on over. Big neon sign, psycho lives here. I mean, how much of a clue do you need here? But they continue to put these films out. It's just amazing. They make tons of money, and they're laughing all the way to the bank with these films. Interesting phrase when you think about it, laughing all the way to the bank. When's the last time you saw somebody laughing all the way? I mean, sure, you go to the bank in a good mood and everything, but that dissipates as soon as you get there. Because what happens? When you go to the bank, you just can't walk in like a dignified human being. As soon as you walk into the bank, you're reduced to being cattle. Because to get to the teller, you got to go through one of those stupid obstacle courses. Can I have my money now? All of it. Yeah, all of it. What is this, a maze? There should be a little piece of cheese at the end, you know. Oh, thank you. I hope I've done my part for cancer research. Thank you. What is this? But hey, when you get to the top of the line at the bank, you got to keep your eye on every one of the tellers. See which one is open first. Like... Because if you miss one, everyone behind you, there's one open over there! I didn't see her. She's around a pole. Do you mind? Take some money out for an ear operation, please. Thank you so much. And I love the tellers, because their only purpose in life is to serve you. Some of them really get off on that power trip they have by being able to turn around that little sign that makes you go to some other teller. Boy, they get off on that. I mean, you know, they should have realistic signs. They should have a sign that says, open till you get here. Every time, as soon as you get there, like, oh, where you going? Hey! Then you try to get back in line. Everybody's going, no, you went for her. No. Nobody saved your place. Get up. So, you know, therefore, the popularity of all these instant cash cards now, because people don't want to go through all this. And I feel sorry for the people that don't have the cards, because they still have to go to the bank in their regular hours. And I think the funniest time to go to the bank is 5 minutes before closing on Fridays, because you catch people who didn't make it in time. It's so funny, boy. 5 minutes before closing, bank managers, you know, letting people out, nobody in. Then it's exactly closing time. He's like... 1 second after closing time, you catch people on the other side of the glass that didn't make it. It was like... It kills me. On the other side of the glass, there's the manager going... Thank you very much. You've been a great audience. God bless you all. Thank you.
Oh, the wind from your applause. Good evening. I would like to start out by doing a couple of impressions for you. My first impression is that of a garbage truck at 6:30 in the morning. Get the job, man. You're no bull in the morning. Get the can. make sure everybody be sleeping? See? Good. I know what you're waiting for. You want to see the typewriter impression, right? That's okay, I'll do it. Hey, typewriter! Correctable! Don't worry about this. This goes away in about a year. I was reading something kind of interesting today. I read a little census on what little poll on what the most hated musical instruments in the world were. Any idea? Accordion's number 2. Bagpipes. Bagpipes. I don't dislike the bagpipes myself. I just think they're kind of a weird instrument. What gets me is somebody had to invent the thing. Right? Some guy had to say to himself one day, let's see if we can invent some sort of an obnoxious musical instrument. Something real disgusting. Something that really pisses people off. Let's see what happens if I blow in a vacuum cleaner. I think this is a good time for my impression of the Titanic. This is a hotel towel. These are free. Oh my gosh, I rubbed my face off. Where's my face? Scared you, huh? I used to do that to my mom all the time when I was 10. Actually, I don't mind being bald. Oh, no, really, girls like bald guys. We look like dicks. So there's all this subliminal stuff you don't realize. For example, I didn't used to wear ties, but then I figured out, look where they point. Listen, before I go any further, I'd like to do one little thing here for you. That was it. A lot cheaper than buying drugs.
Stand Up America came to you from the comic strip in New York, where you saw Emo Phillips, Mike MacDonald, and from the Improv Club in Los Angeles, Marsha Warfield, Bill Kirchenbauer.